Revelation 12 and verse 12. Therefore, rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rakakadash, for blessing me with the spirit to do this lesson. And yeah, man, this devil is showing his horns. Here it is. You got DJ Trump just coming all out saying, man, listen, pretty much, what he's saying is, I'm declaring war on Negroes and Latinos, right? Because who else is he referring to when he says he wants to clean up the cities and the states and the nation's capital, and we got to remove crime, we got to get rid of the slums, we got to, lock up the criminals? Who you think he's speaking of, man? He's speaking of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You Israelites, because that's what you are, man. And like I've always said, we've been warning you. We've been warning you that this was going to come. But you refuse to listen and hearken to the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. The Lord's been warning you, man. Right? The Lord has been warning you. And it's about to manifest all the things that the Lord said will happen. Because this devil, he knows he doesn't have that much time left. Right? He's on his way out, and he figures he's going to take a lot of you Israelites with him. And the Lord is going to allow him, to remove a lot of you Jakes, man. Because you're ignorant. You got all the smoke for each other, but we're gonna see if you got that same smoke for this devil when he come kicking in your door and kicking you out your house and kidnapping your family members. We're gonna see if you got that heart of a lion then, man. Right? So let's play this. Yahweh Shem Yahushua willing, the elect be edified. Shalom.
As you've consistently identified, sir, cashless bail policies are a key driver of the disorder we see on city streets all over America. Catch and release system allows criminals to keep going back out onto the street and reoffending. What this executive order does, it charges your attorney general with identifying jurisdictions all over the country that have cashless bail policies, and then it withholds or revokes federal funds and grants that are flowing to those jurisdictions to ensure that we're only supporting the people who have reasonable common sense policies around crime.
So what area does it cover?
Potentially anywhere that has a cashless bail policy. So some of the largest cities, some of the most left-wing states in America have adopted.
All of them, right?
Illinois would be a great example of that, sir.
Oh, they have a great cashless bail. You don't even have to go to court sometimes. Illinois, I love that state. It's a great state. But it's run so badly by Pritzker. They threw him out of the family business and he becomes governor. Now he wants to run for president. I don't think that's going to happen. Okay, we'll sign right here, right?
Sir.
So important. And this isn't Republican, Democrat. This is, and by the way, most Democrats agree with us. But this is just, we got to bring our country back. Okay? That's a big one.
Also on the issue of cashless bail, sir, this is a DC-specific executive order. In addition to the measures that we're taking that are quite similar to what we're doing around the country, in DC in particular, the objective is holding as many criminal defendants in federal custody and subjecting them to federal charges as possible. That means that they'll be held pre-trial in federal jail as opposed to just being cut back out on the streets due to a cashless bail policy.
Okay? We have the room. people were subjected to live in that dog trap for so long, so unfairly. I have stories, you'll be hearing about them. That prison is horrible. Okay?
This is an executive order that contains a number of additional measures relating to crime and law enforcement in Washington, D.C. It charges, for example, your Secretary of Defense with establishing specialized units in both the D.C. National Guard and the National Guard units around the country, specifically trained and equipped to deal with public order issues. It charges all of your various federal law enforcement agencies with hiring additional personnel to allow them to surge personnel to Washington, D.C. to deal with the current emergency here. It does a number of other things in that space, and it also asks the Attorney General to look at D.C. Metropolitan Police general orders that have currently impeded law enforcement efforts in the city, and to potentially look at unwinding those that are stopping the police from doing their job effectively.
And are we going to ask?
And guess what, man? This is all geared toward you tribes, man. This ain't for their counterparts. These damn Edomites, these so-called white people, man. This is for you Jakes. So they pretty much locking you up and you ain't got a chance to get out, man. Especially if you're doing certain crimes. And you'll even get railroaded if you're doing, minor crimes, man. Because they locking Jake up for 40 years for stealing a pack of cake. 2 cakes, man. Right? They locking Jake up for 15 years for kicking the cat. Right? They locking Jake up for having a toy gun. Right? I just seen that yesterday. They locked Jake up. They charging him with a felony for a toy gun, man. So the laws are about to get stricter on you Israelites. And all you YNs and all you young niggas out here who just out here running wild, hey, this devil about to come down on you. And he specifically pointed out Illinois, Chicago, Illinois, man. Which I got a clip I'm going to show in a minute. So shit about to be tight over here for you Israelites, man, because you hard-headed and stiff-necked. And you don't want to listen, hey, that's on you. Whatever.
This to be codified by Congress, all of these things?
I think we could potentially, yes, sir.
I think so. I think we should. I think we'll get it. I think Democrats will vote. Well, it's hard to believe that they might not, but I think Democrats will actually vote for this. There's no auto pen that can do that. Right? Look at that, Pam. Is that a good signature? Seriously, is that a good signature? Who can write like that? Nobody.
Yeah. He did it with the quickness, man. He did it with the quickness. So here you got in Chicago, it says we need help. Chicago residents call on Trump to send the National Guard. Because what? You niggas is out of control. Even the brothers over there in Chicago teaching, they say you niggas is out of control over there, man. So that black fatigue is definitely, spreading. Hey, man, I got black fatigue too. Because you black people, man, you out of your goddamn minds. Right? So that devil coming down on you having great ride. But we've been telling you, in order to get in good grace with Yahweh Shem Yahushua, you need to do what he commanded you to do. You need to return to him and seek him. This is Psalm 91:1. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. So what's the secret place of the Most High? This truth. What's the shadow of the Almighty? His protection, man. His mercy that he'll put over you if you're doing his will. If you're in this truth sincerely, man. Right? But a lot of people, they ain't with that, man. They ain't with that at all. Because these devils, man, they've been having it in their minds that they want you, Jakes. You making it easy for them. Because this is what this devil meditates on, man. Terror. He meditates on how he can, afflict and bring hell and pain on you, Jakes. This is Proverbs chapter 4 and verse 14. The scriptures tell you that. It says, enter not into the path of the wicked and go not in the way of evil men. And how do you stay away from evil men? How do you not go into the path of the wicked? I just read it, man. You dwell in the secret place of the Almighty, right? And you'll be protected under the shadow of the Almighty. You dwell in the secret place of the Almighty, right? Which is this truth. Doing the works, having faith, seeking Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. But those that don't, you're going to enter into the path of the wicked, right? So it says, Proverbs 4 and 14, enter not into the path of the wicked and go not in the way of evil men. Avoid it, pass not by it, meaning stay away from it. Turn from it and pass away, meaning don't look to go that way. But how do you stay out of that way? Only the Lord can keep you out of that way. It says, for they sleep not, who? The wicked. Trump, DJ Trump, and all these devils that you see on the screen, they all in cahoots with each other, man. It says, for they sleep not, except they have done mischief, right? And their sleep is taken away, right? Because if these devils don't do mischief, they can't sleep, right? They can't sleep if they don't put hell on you, Jakes. Because what does Isaiah say? These devils, this is what they do. They set up laws to justify them putting hell on you Israelites. This is Isaiah 10 and 1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed, man. How do they prescribe it? Through their laws, right? And their media. Right? The Lord's going to bring destruction on this devil, right? But the Lord is going to allow this devil to put hell on 2/3 of our people, man, because they wicked as hell. So going back to Proverbs, and that's an unrighteous decree, man, to set up a new law, to pass a new law, right? Just to enact your racism and your evil toward so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans. And the Lord know what you're doing, devil. But you Jakes, hey, I don't feel sorry for you, man, because you're demons. This is Proverbs 4 and 16 again. It says, for they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away, unless they cause some to fall. And who's that some? They want you Israelites to fall, man. So they lose sleep if you Israelites don't fall, right? If they cause some of you to fall, then they can sleep like babies. This is why this devil will put, 10 in your back and go home and sleep good at night, man. Right? This is verse 17. For they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence. Yeah, because that's all this devil is about to put on you Jakes, man. Violence. Right? You're about to catch all holy hell, man. Right? You're about to find out that hell is not under the earth. Hell is on the earth, man. Hell is not at the bottom of the earth where people are burning and screaming with a red man with a pitchfork is over them just laughing. No, hell is on the earth, man, and it's about to be a hellish condition for you so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Americans, man, because of your evil. And it's going to be serious out there in Chicago, because you see how them niggas are in Chicago. It ain't going to be nothing to play with when them devils show up, man. So let me get one more. This is Psalms, right? Psalms because there's a way out of it. I just gave you the way. You dwell in the secret place of the Almighty, right? Which is this truth, right? Which is this truth, man. This is Psalms chapter 125 and verse 3. It says, "For the rod of the wicked shall not rest upon the lot of the righteous," because the righteous are the Israelites. The wicked is the Edomites, the so-called white man. The righteous are the Israelites, so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Americans. It says, "The rod of the wicked shall not rest upon the lot of the righteous." What is his rod? Right? His sword, his system, right? His tricks, his traps, his snares, right? That's not going to rest upon the lot of the righteous. What? Lest the righteous put forth their hands to iniquity. And our people are in all sorts of iniquity, sin. Our people do every type of sin under the earth, man. I mean, under the sun. So that rod is going to rest upon 2/3 of our people, man, which means that our people are going to catch all hell, through this devil by ways of his system, by ways of, his blessing, which is his sword, which is the modern day sword, is the gun. A lot of Jake's going to be getting out, pushed off the planet, man, outed, right? Put back in the spirit world. And it needs to happen to a lot of our people, man, because, our people are gone, man. They're through. So let's check this out.
19 minutes before the top of the hour, Illinois lawmakers continue to push back against President Trump sending the National Guard to Chicago. Chicago's Mayor Brandon Johnson, very unpopular, saying this, quote, "I urge our federal government to listen to the advocates, experts, and Chicagoans who are calling for resources that stop the endless flow of guns, and as well as transformational investing in housing, education, mental health, and community."
And the same devil that's coming in to, quote unquote, bring the solution to stopping crime and getting guns off the street is the same devil that puts the guns in the street in the first place, man. They cause the chaos and bring the chaos just to come in later and say, we got the solution for the chaos, right? So this devil plays both sides because he thinks he's the most high.
Safety. These are the same investments that are leading to historic reductions in crime and violence throughout the recent years. But take a look at this timeline over the weekend where the city saw 36 shootings that left 6 people dead. That's progress. We're joined now by Kata Truss. She's a longtime Chicago resident and community roundtable director. So what the mayor's pointing to is murder being down 50%, robbery being down 50%. But there are some really disturbing numbers when it comes to carjacking and other areas, like burglary being up, felony theft being up 46%, misdemeanor theft up 61%, and motor vehicle theft 80%. So, Kata, tell me, do you guys need help?
We absolutely need help. And I've been a Chicago resident all my life. I live in the Austin community.
And they always try to put the damn nigger woman up there, the damn black woman, right? Because she quick to call Zaddy. She quick to call Massa. That's her daddy, man. Esau Edom is the so-called black woman's daddy, man. Right? She loves him. Not all our sisters, but the majority, especially these council and a lot of these women in the system. They love to call Esau Edom on Jake, because Eve is the enemy too.
Community where I've lived for the last 40 years. Earlier this year, my husband was carjacked right in front of our house. And so if you ask me, if you ask any victim of a violent crime, how they feel about crime in the city of Chicago, any of us will tell you that we are not safe, that we don't feel safe. We don't feel that our police department is doing enough. And whether it's because of resources or the amount of money that the city is spending or has to spend on violence prevention. I can't necessarily speak to that. I'm sure that more money would help, but I'm not even sure if I want to see more money come here, considering the misuse of the monies that this government has had thus far. I also saw a video of Governor Pritzker walking along the lakefront in the city of Chicago, talking about how peaceful it was. But I urge him, walk down 79th Street, walk down Chicago Avenue, walk down Central Avenue where I live, and then tell me that you feel the same way. Or more importantly, Governor Pritzker and Brandon Johnson both have security details. If Chicago is so safe, as I heard Brandon Johnson say a couple of weeks ago, Chicago was one of the safest cities in America, why do you have a security detail? Why don't you get rid of it? You know, Brandon Johnson was a strong component for defunding the police before he became mayor. I don't see him talking about that now. Those talking points are not a part of what you hear him saying. And so also talk to those people, those business owners who are being robbed weekly and are afraid to open their businesses, don't know if their business are going to be able to survive because they're constantly being robbed. Ask those people how they feel about crime here in Chicago. Ask those 3 senior citizens who were gunned down in front of their senior building a couple of weeks ago, how they feel about violent crime in the city of Chicago. And so for our elected officials to stand and to say that the city is safe and that the crime is not that bad is a myth. Also, I looked at a study.
Yeah.
They cut her ass off, man. They cut her ass off. You know, because Eve ain't respected neither, man. Eve is a super fucking traitor. But you know, Jake, listen, I'm saying all of this, but I don't really care about you niggas in Chicago, man. Because if you want to be niggas, then hey, that's on you, man. You're gonna have to stand on business soon, because soon they're gonna implement this, man. And they're gonna put the National Guard and they're gonna put federal agents in Chicago to shut you niggas down, man. And don't let me see damn videos of people in Chicago. Oh, you know, why they doing them like that? The hell with you niggas in Chicago, man. You don't want to get right. You don't want to repent. You don't want to turn and seek Yahweh Shem Yahushua. The Lord gonna put hell on you, man. And he's about to put it on you by way of these devils. This is Jeremiah 16:3. For thus saith the Lord concerning the sons and concerning the daughters that are born in this place, and concerning their mothers that bear them, and concerning their fathers that begot them in this land. They shall die of grievous deaths. They shall not be lamented, neither shall they be buried. But they shall be as dung upon the face of the earth, man. Yeah, the Lord is about to fill this land up with dead bodies, man. Right? The Lord's about to fill this place up with dead bodies. Right? It says, and they shall be consumed by the sword. That's what's about to happen. Since you Jakes, you run around, you seen them little clips with Jake in there robbing everything and sticking people up, right? Robbing stores and you know, masked up with them stupid ass hoodies on and them shiesty masks and all that. Yeah, all that shit, all y'all you know, the evil and wickedness y'all been doing is about to come to an end, man. Y'all about to really have to go to war. Since y'all like warring with each other and killing each other, which we know a lot of those crimes they done by, you know, blackface and all that. But you niggas out there killing each other too, man. Right? You can't even step 2 steps away from your house, man. Because you got all these problems. Right? So it says, but they shall be as dung upon the face of the earth, and they shall be consumed by the sword and by famine, and their carcasses shall be meat for the fowls of heaven and for the beasts of the earth, man. So it's about to get real gruesome out here. Real gruesome. You know? And that's 2/3. 2/3, they gotta go, man. I'm sick of 2/3 niggas. I'm sick of black people. I'm sick of that, man. You still calling yourself black. Still calling yourself black, man. You hate to be Israelites. You just love to be black. Zechariah 13:8. It shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. 2/3 of our people are going to die here, man. They're going to receive the judgment of being a sinner and being wicked, right? Being a murderer, hating their brother, doing everything contrary to what the Lord says. They're going to receive judgment and punishment for that, right? And you see it. That is written on the walls. You can see it through this this video right here and many others, right? It's about to be very unsafe for you niggas out here. And like I said before, I don't feel sorry for you, man. I don't feel sorry for you. Let's get this last one. We're going to shut it down. This is Job chapter 19 and verse 29. It says, be ye afraid of the sword, for wrath bringeth the punishments of the sword. And that's what this devil is coming with, his blessing, the sword. He coming to massacre you dudes, man. To really massacre you jakes, right? It says, be ye afraid of the sword, for wrath bringeth the punishments of the sword. And nobody has more wrath for you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans than the so-called white man, man. And y'all about to find that out. It says, that ye may know there's a judgment. You're going to find out there's a judgment, right? Because all these Edomites, they betting on it, man. They probably got secret betting places. Like, I bet you I can put to death 13 of them or 15 of them in one day, right? They making bets on slaughtering you jakes, man. That's how wicked and evil and demonic Esau Edom is. And you about to find out. So, you know, I'm going to leave it there. Yahweh Shem Yahweh willing. The elect was other Father. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Hamashiach Yahweh Shah for blessing me with the spirit to do another lesson. To the next lesson. Shalom.
Just dropped off. We're going to get her back in a second. She doesn't even need me here. I could understand how excited and how upset she is when someone says everything's safe and your husband was carjacked a few weeks ago. Someone says someone's safe. Take a look at this. This is Chicago's weekend shootings. I just want you to say, look, see the yellow dots? Those are all the shootings took place, 7 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 10:15. This guy's telling everybody he's safe. And the red dots are the deaths, the shootings that result in the deaths. They are between 12 to 13,000 more cops. They need 12 to 13,000 more, and he's refusing free help from the federal government. Incredible.
I'm Steve Doocy. I'm